So I just found a scooter and I was like, Kiwana, you want to ride a scooter? And she's going to get it. She is literally going to ride this scooter. So I don't know how Wolf's gonna respond. Wolf, you gonna be good while she rides the scooter? I don't know. He's already looking upset. Looks like it's had a good childhood. Alright, let's see Miss Thing if she still can ride her. Look at this Disney princess. Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. Go ahead.
Oh my god.
Go.
It's like she want one.
Kick, push, kick, push. Wow, he's not going now. This is a mess. Wolf.
He's like, where?
I don't have a scooter, Wolf. I don't have one. What the heck, Wolf? Hey guys, I haven't vlogged in like 3 or 4 days. I don't even know at this point, but nothing much has been happening. Just taking a break since the whole I got triggered from the Nipsey Hussle thing. And behind the scenes, I've been shopping for new insurance because our insurance ain't shit, because like they change the price every single month. It went from $157 to $171 to $203 to now $213. So I was like, no. And then they first were blaming it on the fact that I got hit by a car. Mind you, I was walking, I wasn't, you know, and so I don't know how that could be my fault to hire the insurance. And then they said my husband had a moving violation and we don't know what they're talking about. So they said once he switched his license from California to Texas, they found some kind of moving violation. And I'm like, did you get some sort of ticket or anything? And he was like, no. So yeah, I don't know. So now I've been looking into USAA, which paired with our homeowners insurance, it would be like 143 or 147, something like that. So I'm looking at that plus opening an account. We've been wanting to go with USAA for a long time, but back in the day, Kevin had an issue with an account, so we weren't able to do it. So I'm hoping now that we're able to do it. And yeah, that's about it that's going on. I've switched internet providers as well. We're going from, because I still have Spectrum right now, we're going from Spectrum to AT&T, and then switching cell phone providers. So that's the only one that isn't going to be saving us money, but like the service will be a lot better because I get a lot of drop calls or text messages that don't go through, and it's really bad for business. Plus on top of that, it's the GPS, you know, drops a lot while we're out on the road. And so yeah, still not being completely familiar with our new surroundings, I just feel like it would be better to probably invest a little bit more money into the plan and get better service versus having the lower plan and having crappy service. So I really didn't want to make that decision because I liked having $100 bill. It was really like the bomb to me. But unfortunately, the way things are looking right now, I'm gonna have to raise that. So that is gonna go up to like 170, and I'm having a slight panic attack over it, but I'm gonna push through and know that in the end it's just what's best for us. I mean, I've shopped around several different coverage areas for our area, so this is what I'm basing it off of, is the coverage. So I looked at Sprint. They have a whole portion of our freeway that's not covered, and for, you know, we don't get any service. And then I looked at T-Mobile, and around where we live, it was the same situation that I'm in right now. It's pretty much dead. So then I looked at AT&T, they were talking outrageous numbers, like for the month it was going to be like 253 or something like that, and I was like no, so I said no to that one. And then I came to the conclusion that Verizon was better, even though like with Sprint they offer 50% off of the military lines, which is good, but their service I've always had an issue with it. When I lived in Alpine, I had to switch from them to Metro because I was getting drop calls. Oh, and I also took my grandmother's ring that she left me after she passed to go get sized the other day. So they're charging me $50 to get it sized, so which is around what I thought anyway, so I'm like okay with it. I found this, I don't remember their name on YouTube, but I think it's called Our Rich Lives, and they were talking about ways to save money. Let me talking about, oh my gosh, a no buy group, I think it's called. It's something like that, where it's kind of like an exchange type thing. You put things up that you would be willing to give, and other people put things up or that they would really willing to be giving away as well, and you swap things instead of purchasing things. So I look for one in my area. Of course there's really not one, and the things that they have were not the things that I was looking for. I was kind of hoping I could find some dining chairs, because I have 3 or 4, but 3 or 4 of them are not functional. So yeah, I don't know if I could look outside of my area, because they make it kind of sound like you have to be in the area in order to participate, and so I don't know. Anyways, so they talked about a lot of things, buying generic brands, which I already do. I know a lot of people are snobs about buying certain brands of things, but not me, because a lot of times you're saving so much money by getting generic things that I really could care less, you know what I mean? And food is food. As long as you're eating, it doesn't really matter if it's name brand or not. I just consider it, if you're feeding your family, that's what matters at the end of the day. It doesn't matter if you're getting the actual Lucky Charms or Magical Treasures in my eyes. But a lot of people were just brought up to be like snobby over those things. You know, you want to pay $3.57 for a box, and I want to pay $2.63. So you know what I mean, the savings are there. You find little ways to cut here and there. That's definitely what I did. Like back in the day when I started with Metro, our bill was $166, same line, same everything. And then I found out that they had a deal, and I was like, called them back, and they were like, oh, it's for new customers. But I was like, oh, do you think I can get it? And then they gave it to me, so it went down to $131. The next time I saw a deal, it was 4 lines for $100, which was for new customers as well. And I called them back, and I was like, hey, do you think I can get this deal? And they're like, it's for new customers, but they still gave it to me. I'm gonna miss Metro. If they gave me service at our house, like, things would be so freaking different right now, because I would keep them and just like push forward with them. But being in my house and trying to make phone calls, like, it's been really difficult for the last few months, and I'm just not happy with the service. And I keep talking to them about it, and it's kind of like they have to call this person or that person, and they said that we don't have a tower in our area. So I'm like, well, it's just a lot to deal with, because I've already had a situation in Alpine where there wasn't a tower. It was like 400 feet away or something like that from us, which was why we weren't getting good connection for internet up there, whether it be Cox or whatever. I was just having crap internet up there. And I went back and forth. I started off with, I believe, Cox. It got expensive really fast. Then I went to AT&T, then I went back to Cox, and then I went back to AT&T. So I was like, if I'm gonna get crap service, I might as well pay for the less, the one that is not as much, because I'm still getting crap service. So that's how that did. Around 8 o'clock this morning, the AT&T guys put the fiber optics outside, and yeah, so things are moving along. While we might be saving money here, we're spending a little bit more, not a little bit, to me $70 or $80 or $90 is a lot but I kind of feel like it's just going to balance itself out. If we go with USAA, we save money with AT&T, so it's kind of going to balance itself out to where we end up saving overall in the grand scheme of things about just $30. But I wanted it to be a lot more than that because it would have been a lot more with if I stayed with Metro. I'm just being sad right now over money because this is what I do every now and again. I just reevaluate all the bills and then I start knocking things off that are, you know, either costing a lot or we don't use them as much, like Netflix. No one was using it, so I turned it off, but now Taj wants it back, so I gotta get it back. But I'm just gonna do the one plan instead of the family because their prices went up too, so boo on them. Excuse me. And then if things get and then if things get bad as far as, you know, I can cut Hulu down from $12 without commercials to the $6 with commercials, which is going to be devastating to me and Kimana. But where there's a will, there's a way. You can always make cuts and changes, like wherever. I've always been that person that I don't care. I'll cut things off, like I told you guys 5 years ago, no, 6 years ago, when I announced to the family that we're no longer using cable, and everyone freaked, but now they're used to it and they're fine. But yeah, paying $200 for internet and cable just seemed outrageous to me at some point, and my family looked at me crazy. But now the majority of the world doesn't have cable, so you know what I mean, it's a norm now. But when I first initially did it, yeah, my family looked at me crazy. My mom and them, everyone was like, no cable. But now everybody's like, you know, I should cut my cable. Trendsetter in the family, let me tell you. I'm telling you, they look at me crazy at first and then they get on board because what I do makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sitting up here, I'm not a person that spends all day, and when I do spend, it's like at Dollar Tree. I'm not saying it doesn't add up, I'd already told y'all that. But I don't like spending like that. I would rather have all my stuff taken care of and money in the bank versus things, because I mean, what are things gonna do for me at the end of the day? I've never been a person that collected things other than chapsticks, but that's because I would lose them or not bring them, and then I would just accumulate a massive amount of chapsticks when I end up emptying out my pockets, my purses, my jackets, whatever. And I would end up with a massive amount of freaking chapsticks. So I'm glad I calmed that down because that was a really bad habit for a while. So me and the dude that I'm married to have been going through a couple of things the last few weeks. So I found this app by accident, and it is called, ooh, I can't know if you can see it. It's called Love Nudge. And it gives you like questions to determine your love style, like your love language. So mine is acts of service, which I already knew that. So I'm gonna see when he gets home, like how this all works, because he's supposed to have that app and I'm supposed to have the app, and it's supposed to help us kind of like get more connected. So I'm gonna let you guys know how it goes. This would be day 1 if it works out and can actually even get on his phone. Until he gets a new phone, it's like struggle, my eyes. So yeah, I'm gonna just see how it goes, and like maybe it can help us reconnect, because it has been a struggle lately. I think it's just a culmination of things going on, and too many things at once going on, and you know, you end up stressing in the wrong area. Like, instead of coming together, we're kind of like pulling apart. Yeah, I'm cooking dinner. We're having salmon. I'm steaming collard greens because I kind of wanted something like a spinach with it, and all I had was collard greens, so I'm steaming that. And then potatoes to get rid of them because tomorrow's grocery shopping, so I'm just cleaning out stuff. Turned out to, oh, and then I put like this marinade I got from Dollar Tree. I think it was sticky chili and ginger. It was actually pretty bomb when I tasted it, so I'm kind of excited to see how that is on the salmon. I used all my normal seasonings, and then I was like, oh, let me try this marinade. So here we are with that. So that is the salmon. Here is our collard greens. I left them as a whole leaf. And then down here, my potatoes. So here's my plate. Well, anyways, happy Friday, everybody. I'm still undecided about this phone situation. Like, I wish I could talk to you guys live. Maybe I could go live. I was live with only like 2 subscribers. But yeah, I don't know. My daughter thinks I'm crazy because we already picked out phones and we already went through the whole thing, and all I have to do is choose them, but I don't want them shipped to me because, like I said, I didn't pay my last phone because I was going to be paying this phone, so I would be paying that phone bill, only using it for like 2 days and then cutting it off. And maybe I should have done. Would they give me my money back? I don't know. They're like, hey, you prepaid for this. I don't know. I didn't want to risk it because it just didn't make sense financially, but to be without a phone for almost 48 hours. No, I had my phone on yesterday. So like 24 hours to be without a phone, it felt really risky to me, and I don't even use my phone like that. But all of a sudden, because it wasn't on, I needed to make a billion phone calls. Like, I was trying to call his vet. I was trying to like girl. But yeah, so, and then having my husband without his phone and he's like on the road, I don't like that. So I really need to make a decision, do things quick and in a hurry. And so I'm about to do it right now. I'm about to pull the whole trigger, but I'm getting anxiety because I don't like paying money for things. Like, I just wish everything was free, you know? Like, why can't everything be free? So why do we have to rely on our phones so much? It's an annoying thing, you know? And thinking of paying me so much money for a phone. That's why I wanted the older phone, but here's the thing, it would have to get shipped to me and it'd take 2 days. So like, I'm in a conundrum. Is that right? Did I use it right? Anyway. So yeah, then I wouldn't get here till Tuesday, so I would be without a phone till Tuesday. But any Apple users could still hit me up and FaceTime me or whatever, and I could still text with them. But anyone that has an Android, I cannot. So although most people that like my family minus my sister, the one that's coming to visit me, all have products. My sister does not. She said her phone was broken. Maybe I can convince her to get an iPhone so she could talk to me. So some selfish move, right? But anyways, I thought I'd say good morning, happy Friday. Oh my god, why is this so hard? Everybody else just goes out and they're like, I'm getting a new iPhone, I'm getting a new this or that, and they just do it right. And then there's me. This is the behind the scenes look at my decision making process. And it goes on for 4 days. So yeah, I probably look crazy right now, but you know what, I really don't care. I mean, however you guys make decisions. I just got this audiobook to help me make decisions, but it was already telling me things that I was already doing, and I'm like, I need further assistance, not things that I'm already doing with my life. Like, I need something else. This is what happens when you read too much, you know? It's hard to find answers. All right, let me just like figure out. Kimona's about to get out of the shower and she's gonna see me looking at this site again, and she's gonna be like, are you still trying to decide? I just want to let you guys know that it has been 2 hours since I last spoke to you, and it has been nothing but a nightmare still. Okay, so I'm typing with this agent right now, trying to get this stuff situated. Do I think it's gonna happen? No, I don't. But we shall see if Jennifer has what it takes. But I don't think so. Okay, hey, your hair got cut off. Oh. So we finally got our iPhones ordered. So I got the XR yellow 128, and she got the blue XR 128. So unfortunately they had to be shipped because they didn't have them in the store. So we're looking.
Which I don't understand. Like what?
It's a brand new phone. It's like when we were getting the 8 and the 7, then I felt like we understood why it wasn't in the store. Because I mean, I still don't really understand if you offer it, why isn't it there? But we're pretending, okay? But yeah, but the newer phones, why aren't they at the store right now? They just came out. Can anybody out there explain to us? Any Verizon workers out there? All right, so that's what's happening now. Now I gotta order Chewy.com. Sponsor my dog.
Yes. Or me.
Yes, mostly Kimana because she's good at doing all those sponsorships. I would be weird.
Why? Are you licking it?
No.
Oh, he's sniffing it.
Oh, looks like my eyebrows kind of came back in a little bit.
I wouldn't say that.
Just a little bit. Look, you want to see yesterday's video?
Hi people, I'm saying hi to you on FaceTime. How is everybody? And what are you guys up to?
Perfect. And scene.